Um, Hello and welcome to the meeting today. I want to thank you for meeting with me. What is your name?
Mrs. Clark.
Okay, Mrs. Clark, it's very nice to meet you. I just want to apologize up front that we have to do this over Zoom, but due to COVID-19, I just think that this is probably the safest way to meet with you about your child today. Um, my name is Lindsey Wright, and I am an undergraduate student at Murray State University studying communication disorders. And today I'm going to be interviewing you about your child to just try and gain some information before we start with the speech therapy and stuff, just to kind of learn about his case history a little bit. And this should take probably about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Ready to get started? Okay, what is your child's name?
His name is James Clark.
And what is his birth date?
7/12. He's 7. His birthday is July 12th.
Okay. And what is his gender?
Male.
Okay. And you are his parent, correct?
Yes.
And who was he referred to do this by, if you know?
Aaron Smith, his pediatrician, and also his second grade teacher, Jackie Jordan.
Okay. Now we're going to go into the communication section where I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about James's communication and just kind of things like that. So to start with, what would you say your concerns about James's speech, language, or hearing are?
He has trouble formulating his thoughts and expressing himself. He's a terrible speaker and he has trouble writing.
Okay. Would you say that his thoughts just kind of wander from like when he speaks, like is it just kind of scattered or is it just like when he is expressing himself verbally?
It's more so whenever he's expressing himself verbally.
Okay. And how would you describe the clarity of his speech? Is it easy to understand him or is it just easy for family members or?
Yeah, he can speak clearly. He just has a hard time getting his point across.
Okay, all right. Um,
He likes
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you on that. What was the last thing you said?
he likes to ramble a lot.
Okay. Um, how well does he respond to others when they speak? For example, like, does he answer questions appropriately? Can he follow directions
Yeah,
well?
he understands everything and he follows directions. He has a harder time answering quick questions, though.
Okay, does he express his wants and needs to others well? You can tell.
Yeah, I think so because, like I said, he can speak really clear. So,
Okay,
he,
just making sure. Okay, now we're going to move to health and history section. So,
okay.
um, has he ever been hospitalized, like within the last 2 years?
Yeah, last year he got his tonsils taken out.
Okay. Um, is James currently being treated for any chronic conditions or anything like that?
He has allergies, but that's all.
Okay. Um, does he have a history of ear infections or anything like that?
Yes, he had ear infections for the first 2 or 3 years of his life, and then he actually had tubes whenever he was 3, but he hasn't had any more infections since then.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Um, and has he ever seen, um, or has he ever been seen for a speech or hearing evaluation by like therapy or like a physician or anything?
Yeah, he had a speech evaluation at school, but they said he was average and that he didn't need therapy. But he seemed smarter than the average, though.
Okay. Now we're going to move to the developmental history. So just kind of things about like when he was born and things like that. Were there any complications during the pregnancy?
I'm sorry, what did you say? You asked if there were any complications?
Yes, during the pregnancy.
Nope,
Okay, were there any at birth with James?
no.
Good. Um, do you remember what his birth weight was when he was born?
Yes, he was 8 pounds, 3 ounces.
Okay. Um, do you recall how old he was when he said his first words?
I think he was about 14 months.
Okay. Do you remember how old he was when he took his first steps?
Yes, he was 11 months.
Okay, awesome. Um, does he like to play any interactive games? This could be like patty cake or peekaboo or anything like that when he was
Yes, he does.
okay. Um, Now we're going to move to the family information section. So, to start with, how many family members live in your household?
There's three of us, including James. It's him, his 5-year-old sister, and then me.
Okay. And what is the primary language spoken in your home?
English.
Is there any family history of speech or hearing problems?
His aunt and his grandmother had trouble reading. They might have had dyslexia, but I'm not really sure.
And do you notice any of that with James, like when he's reading and anything? If you don't, that's okay.
Sometimes, but it's really seldom.
Okay. And now we're going to move to his education section of this case history. So he attends elementary school, correct?
Yes.
You said he's 7, so what grade is he in?
He's in second grade.
And then just the last little section of this case history. Are there any like toys or games that he prefers, or maybe like activities that he enjoys doing?
Yeah, he likes to ride his bike and he likes to put puzzles together.
Okay, does he do
Did
this?
you hear me?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. It cut out for a second.
Okay, yes, I heard your answer. Does he like to do that with like his sister or like other friends? Does he like play well with when he does that?
He doesn't play with his sister, but he doesn't really like people outside of our home.
Okay, okay. Um, and is there any other relevant information about James's speech or hearing or his language that you would like to share?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today, and it was very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.